Hey, what's going on, man? Coach Tyler here with Black Diamond Softball and Fitness, and today we're going to be taking a look at recruiting profile sheets. I'm going to give you an example that I use. I'm going to show you how to fill it out, and also there's going to be a link in the description below for you to use the same format to make them your own. Let's check it out. All right, so as we get started, I want to make sure you know that there's multiple ways to do this. And even that one that's down in the description below, I'm going to give you that format that I use, Canva. And I'm not sponsored by Canva. This isn't a promotional video for Canva, anything like that. It's just easy for me to keep up with everything. That way it's saved for all my players, and I can make sure I update it for them. So first and foremost, I like to put our logos on there. So, of course, if I was coaching the Daisies Elite Premier Gold Platinum team, this is what I would do. I'd make sure they could see our logo, so when they saw that logo, they would know, okay, well, that's the Daisies, blah, 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 right? I like to have our name up there so they know who they're dealing with, and it's also like, what do I know about this organization? Almost like a pedigree, right? So on the first, over there on the right-hand side, we got that number and we got that name. That's critical, that's important. Because if we're at a tournament or if we're at some type of showcase event or something like that, and a coach is walking by and they see somebody out there like, ooh, that's number 22 or that's number 39, I wonder if they have profile sheets. Well, if you do, then boom, I can go find number 39s in their bin, or I can ask coach, hey, let me see number 39 or whatever. So boom, they got that sheet. Now they have number 39. They see it. Hey, it's Susie Smith. She's a class of 32. She plays shortstop. She's a catcher. She's a utility. She bats right and she throws right. So that information right there kind of gives them the meat and potatoes of this player, right? As they get into it a little bit and they start to like what they see, or they want more information about that, I wonder where she goes to high school at. Right there it is, Douglas High School, coach is Matt Jones. There's his email, there's his contact information. So at any point, if she ever needed to get some type of information from the coach at the high school level, it's right there. It's easy for them, and it's a piece of paper that they can put in their folder. They can file it away, whatever they have to do with it, right? All right, so the next thing I like to put on mine is our accolades, something that makes them stand out above their peers. It's always good to put something like that on there. So this player, say they made the all-tournament team at whatever tournament. So I put that on there just to show you, hey, we played in the PGF National Championships, blah, blah, blah. 14U, 16U all-tournament team, or Alliance Fast Pitch Open Nationals all-tournament team. If they're in the Beta Club, if they're in some type of honor society, whatever they're doing, whatever accolades they have got, put that on there, okay? Also, underneath that, something that's measurable, something that has been certified by someone that is proven, right? You as a coach could do it. It's not going to hold as much weight, but if they can say, hey, yeah, this is certified by CSE, or this is certified by NSR. That way they know that overhand velocity, whatever it is, I put 44 on here just for numbers, but they know it's certified by somebody. So when I get them onto camp, I can kind of anticipate what we're looking at, right? Same thing with a pop time. If you're looking at a catcher, put that pop time on there. They want to know, where are we at here? There's certain averages and certain standards at different levels, and they want to see, like, you know, if you have a 2.2, it's probably not going to get you into college, right? But if you had like a 1.8, a 1.7, for sure, you know, that's going to be turning heads. They're going to want to see that live, but at least we have that pop time, right? All right. So as we get further into this, there's more and more information as they sort of work down this sheet, okay? So the personal information, it's critical. They need to know how old you are, that kind of stuff. So we have the date of birth. They want to look at height and weight. Put that on there. You don't necessarily have to, but I kind of like to have it on there so that those coaches know at least the profile of their athlete, right? Doesn't mean a whole lot. You could be 6 foot and 300 pounds, but if you can move like a cat, then hey, let's go with it. If I'm looking at a power hitter or looking for a power hitter, probably not looking too much at a 5'2", 95 pound second baseman, right? So give them the information. Put the grad year on there again. We always want to make sure that that's kind of the forefront because there's certain parameters with recruiting guidelines and that kind of stuff. Make sure that they're recruiting the right class and that mess. So put that on there. Put your GPA on there. Whatever your GPA is, don't try to sugarcoat it or hide behind it or this or that, because your academics mean more than anything, okay? SAT, if you've taken it, put it on there. ACT, if you've taken it, every time you take the ACT or the SAT and it updates or whatever, put your best score, put your most current, put that on there, update that information, okay? your spring and summer schedule or your fall schedule, depending on what time of year we're in. Have that on there because you never know when they'll pop in, and it's easy for them to have it on there. And plus, we're going to talk about sending this via email to a potential college coach, and it has that schedule on there too. So whatever tournaments you're playing in, put the big ones on there because they're going to look at it and go, okay, hey, I've got 3 or 4 girls that are going to be playing in this same tournament. It behooves me to go to this tournament because I can see Susie Smith and X, Y, and Z at the same tournament. They may play against each other, may help me out to be able to watch them both play. So get their schedule. They want to figure out, what fits in their recruiting schedule, their recruiting calendar, if they can get out there to see you. All right? Put it on there. Don't have to be a whole lot. They kind of know the tournaments. It's a USA, it's a PGF, it's a Top Gun, it's a Triple Crown, something like that. Okay? Underneath that, we have our links. So if you have a sports recruits or if you have anything else, granted, they can't click on this because it's a paper copy, but they could type it in if they were flying somewhere, if they were riding somewhere, they can type it in and see that kind of stuff. Okay? Have it on there so at least it shows that there are videos out there of you for them to look at. If you have an NSR account or if you have another recruiting service account and it's as accessible to coach or by coaches, have that on there for them to look at it. Okay, when you send this digitally, make sure it's a link that they can click on. All right. As we get into the contact information, to me, this is one of the more important pieces to this puzzle, right? They have to be able to contact you. Have your stuff on there. Don't leave it up to mom and dad's email. Don't leave it up to your travel manager's email. Don't leave it up to your college manager or your high school manager or coach's email. Put yours on there as well, okay? Yours is first, your email, then your contact. Who knows, they might call or text you, after your junior year, September 1st. D1s are calling, right? D1s are emailing. D1s are talking to you, okay? Put your mom or your dad on there too. That way they have some type of, contact information from them. Then you need your travel manager's information on there. Okay, have the name, have the email, have the phone number. Boom, quick, easy. Not a whole lot to that, right? But that's some critical information because if they do want to contact you, they got to know where they're going to contact you at, right? Your social media accounts. Put the team's social media accounts on there as well. So that way they can see stuff. They can kind of get sort of a personality from you. They can see the atmosphere that you've been playing in, the tutelage that you've been getting, and then your social media accounts as well. It's not the end-all be-all if you don't have a social media account. I get it. I understand. Not everybody does. But it's cool to follow the certain teams. And that way, like if you go to a camp, you can sort of tag them. They like that because that's sort of like free advertising for them. Like Susie Smith goes to Tennessee Chattanooga's camp for whatever reason. You can tag the coaches in that, and it kind of puts it out there. Like, wow, I didn't even know Chattanooga had a softball team, but Susie went there. I'm going to check them out. So it kind of helps them, and that's why we do this. But if you have like a Snap or a Twitter or a TikTok or a YouTube or a Facebook or whatever, and you're using that as a part of your recruiting toolbox, whatever, put that on there. If you have a TikTok and you don't have nothing related to softball on there and it's just a bunch of hoopty dances and stuff like that, me personally, I wouldn't put it on there. I'm not going to tell you not to, but if it was me and you were my player, chances are we're not going to do that. So anyway, so the overall, it's easy to understand. It's easy to see. It's easy to kind of follow. Not a whole lot of colors going on. We're not trying to do something. We're not trying to be something that we're not. It has that pertinent information on there. So if they wanted to contact you from a tournament they saw you at, they can. If you were at a camp and you showed up and you were introducing yourself, boom, this looks professional. We're not trying to be something that we're not. It gives them the information that they need, and then we move on from it. Again, profile sheets are just a part of the puzzle. You're not going to get a scholarship based on your profile sheet and how pretty it looks and the information that's on there, right? There's a lot that goes into it, okay? So if we take and couple this profile sheet with an email, now we're starting to get somewhere we look a little bit better. We're going to stand up above some of the other ones, right? So on this, we take this and all these that are links, right? Your YouTube, your Twitter, and your Facebook from your team, we have actual clickable links on there. So when we send them an email and they pull this up, they can actually click on that and it takes them to that information. So if they want to check out your Twitter, boom, it's a click away. If they do want to check out your sports recruits page or your recruiting services page, their profile on there, it's just a click away. Also, if they want to store your email address, it's a click away to put it into their contacts, right? So all this stuff needs to have actual hyperlinks to it, not just typed in. So make it easier on them. I would hate for them to want to go and, see your sports recruits page or whatever, but for whatever reason, they don't want to just type it in or they don't want to search it or whatever. They would rather just click on it and boom, there we are, okay? So make it easy as you can on them. Remember, they do a lot from their phones. So anything that we can do on our phone makes it easier for them, okay? So you're going to have this as in your emails. We talk a lot about emails over here. So at the top of your email, you're going to have your subject line, whatever you're going to put on there. Susie Smith, class of 32. I'm a shortstop utility. I got this, and this, and I'm a dog groomer. Something like that, right? In your email, you're probably going to have a couple of links at the very top. You got your name on it, so they see that. And then you got your body of your email, Coach Jones or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You talk about that. And then your attachments, make sure this is attached in there as well. Coming to a camp, here's my profile sheet. They're going to have one electronically. You're going to give them one paper, hard copy, and then we'll just roll with it. And, the rest, I wish I could tell you the rest was easy, but who knows? I mean, today I had a chance to talk with a Division I mid-major coach, and there's no, specific science to getting recruited, but there's definitely a formula to better your chances to get recruited. So that's kind of it for the profile sheets. There, again, not a whole lot going on with them, not too much to them. There's going to be a link in the description below, so if you wanted this format, it makes it easy for you. It's already done. You're just plugging and playing with it. I'll make sure it's there for you. Click on it. It's going through Canva. It's the free version of Canva. Not a whole lot. Again, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You can make it your own. Everything on there is movable. All the formats, all the lines, everything you got, it's kind of done for you. The pictures and all that good stuff too, it's just there. So make it your own. Once we get to in season and stuff like that, we kind of want to have them uniform. So we're plugging and playing, changing the names, changing the pictures, changing the information. But we wanted to have sort of like a standard across the board. So if a coach picks up 2 or 3 of them, they don't look different. We want to be uniform. It just makes us look better. So any questions, anything like that, man, please leave me a comment below. And as always, if you share it with a friend, make sure you tell them you love them.